Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now let's move on to the heavyweight. Something very, very interesting, right? We know that IBF mandatory challenger Kubrat Pulev only been beaten once over there in Bulgaria, y'all. Right? Kubrat Pulev was supposed to have a fight, eliminator fight with Dillian White. Then they won the purse bid. Then no, they didn't win the purse bid. Neither Carlos Sauerland or your boy Eddie Hearn won that purse bid project called Epic Sports. They won it. So they wanted to have a fight in Bulgaria, and so Dillian White didn't want to do that, right? And they have the purses are set. I think it's 75% to 25%. Now we've talked about that. Dillian White didn't want to do that, so Dillian White goes on and fight Joseph Parker, which is a good fight. So he got out of it by fighting Joseph Parker, which the winner of that would still be hot at least, right? So can't really blame him much. But then again, if you want that fight against Anthony Joshua, you could have been the mandatory by just beating Kubrat Pulev. They got to do it in Bulgaria. Seems to be a problem. So next up, was supposed to be Big Jarrell Miller, the 300-pound dude. Big Jarrell Miller from New York. And he don't seem to want to leave New York or the States to go to Bulgaria to beat Kubrat Pulev. Right? They out of negotiation officially. Boom, we out. We're not going over there. We would have went to a neutral place, is what they said, but we wasn't going to Bulgaria. So that's basically telling me, I don't care, whatever. It's telling me somebody don't think that they're going to beat Kubrat Pulev convincingly. Said that before. You think you beat them convincingly because the reward is becoming the mandatory for Anthony Joshua. So it seems like people are going to take shortcuts because you lose purse bids. That means the other people are in charge and people to put it there, and then the purses are already set. There's nobody involved. Boom, you go there and you handle it coming from a challenger position to a mandatory position. You have to do something extraordinary. It's the way it should be. To be honest with you, it shouldn't be because of people you know and because your promoter knows some people and paying people. No, that's what we want. We want clarity. Somebody go to Bulgaria and beat up Kubrat Pulev if you can. But it's not happening. So Jarrell Miller, 300 pounds, is the next one who's not going there. Enters your boy Hughie Fury. Now I would like to come on here and say, well, Hughie Fury, he's going to go over there and do because it would be a good fight. First of all, anybody get against Kubrat Pulev will be a good fight. If people thinking that Kubrat Pulev can't fight, then you're not paying attention. He can. He's only lost once. Doesn't have the greatest resume we've talked about, but it's reasons. Pulev done pull out a few fights too. Now don't get it twisted. It ain't like everybody running from him. But every time it's a hard fight, then he pulls out too. So there's something going on here. But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to go to Bulgaria to beat up Kubrat Pulev to become the mandatory for Anthony Joshua. That seems to be the pot of gold right now. Anthony Joshua turning down $50 million. So he must got something up his sleeve. So if you want to get the fight with Anthony Joshua, you might want to just go to Bulgaria. Nice place. Go to Bulgaria. They done told him we'll roll out the red carpet for anybody that comes over here, and I'm pretty sure they will. But you're not gonna beat them in no close fight. Just like any away match in any sport, you're gonna have to go away and handle your business. Summon your inner Julius Indongo, the name I'm not letting nobody forget. Julius Indongo, junior welterweight, who went to Russia to beat Troyanowski, right? And you know how you did it when he went to Russia? He knocked Troyanowski out, right? So, and he got his title right over in Russia. I don't think Bulgaria is worse than that. He did it. Then you know what he did? He went over there, flew way over to Scotland to go beat up Mr. Burns. Excellent. What? He beat Ricky Burns so bad that the judges couldn't do nothing. So he beat him by a landslide. That's how you do. Julius Indongo did that. And he could still have 2 belts in the junior welterweight division. But what he do? He went over there and said, you know something? There's 2 other belts that I want to go collect. But those belts happen to be in the hands of Mr. Terrence Crawford, the #1 pound fighter in the world. And Terrence Crawford beats him. But at least Julius Indongo tried to do all those things. And he will be forever appreciated here. Forever. Because it's not happening in boxing. Right? Only other person you do won't see doing stuff like this, and I should do a video extra about what he's talking about, is Mikey Garcia. That's someone to watch. That's why he's third on my pound for pound list. Mikey Garcia does things like this too. He's up here talking about Errol Spence, about to fight at 135 pounds, talking about Errol Spence at 147 pounds, and one of the biggest 147 pounds. Just talking about him gives him plus points. Ridiculous. These kind of guys are heroes within the sport because everyone are not acting like these guys. So they need extra credit. Julius Ndungo and Mikey Garcia. This would not be an issue with the guys like that. Okay, they're albeit at lower weight divisions, but they are trying to do massive, ridiculously awesome things. So much props, much love to them, and appreciation to fighters like that. So I'll just mention them out of the blue, right? That's what has to happen. Now, Hughie Fury has an opportunity to go do this as well. Coming off of that loss to your boy Joseph Parker, very close one, then come back, beat my man, forget his name, beat him pretty, Sam Sexton, I think it was, convincingly. Let's see if he's working on his punching power because Hughie Fury has a game. I've told you he's the goods, right? But let's see if this is going to turn into one or two things. If Hughie Fury going to say, oh, y'all asking me now, IBF? I'm going. I'm on my way to Bulgaria right now. I'm practicing my Bulgarian for my speech after I beat him up. That would be awesome to hear. And we don't want to hear right now something like, well, I would like to see if I can get him to come to England and all that stuff that we were hearing from Dillian White. No, everyone doesn't need to come to England or go to New York to Barclays for Jarrell Miller. You're trying to become a world champion, right? The earth is the size of a pea. You're gonna have to go get it, homie, right? And it will even be better. It'd be better to go do something away for a change. Some of these fighters, I mean, they're getting a little spoiled up in here, right? So, at the end of the day, let's see what Hughie Fury is going to say before I get all excited, because I would be excited about that fight. Because I think Hughie Fury is going to surprise the people. And Kubrat Pulev needs a fight too of profile. He's not the youngest anymore, so it's time to get those high-profile fights while your boys Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder seem to be tied up, right? So let's see before we get all happy what Hughie Fury is going to say. But he isn't next in line, and it will be a good fight between those two. Let's see what happens. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. I'm up out of here, y'all.